Good morning. We are live from Los Angeles, California at Focus TV Network. It is Good Morning LaLa Land, and I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today, 3 days before Christmas.
Woo! And we have a sexy show for you today. Look at us all dressed.
We're on the holiday spirit
We're kind
here.
of like naughty or nice. You guys can decide. We've got a show all about how to spice things up for the holidays in kind of the bedroom or flirting or whatever it is, however you want to spice it up, or maybe in the kitchen, I don't know. And then we've got a great guest also, and all kinds of things around dating, love, and relationships.
Yes,
right?
Andrea Syrtash is going to be in the house today. She is a relationship expert hailing all the way from New York. Really excited to get in that conversation with her later in the show.
Yeah, how to cheat on your husband with your husband.
Right.
Love that.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
That's so cool. So you guys, great outfits.
Yeah, thank you.
Tis the
I love
season.
this. I love that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
these are great.
Such an interesting story about this, you guys. It's so LA moment. A really great designer and friend of mine who reached out, now he's my friend, on Instagram and wanted to connect. And he said, I want to sponsor some of your clothes for the show. I thought, oh, that's so nice. We set up a meeting and he didn't show up. And I was so bummed. And I thought, oh, well, that can be LA. Yeah. And my phone rang. And he said, I just got hit by a car.
What?
Crossing the street, you guys. Yeah, true story. And I said, oh my God, well, call 911.
Yeah,
Wait,
why
wait,
are they
wait.
calling you?
He was still in the street.
Yes. So I run outside the restaurant and they're taking him over to the curb and he was so sweet and he said, I just wanted to make sure you had the shirt.
Whoa.
Ambulances come, the fire trucks come, and he's okay. And he did break his leg, but he was okay. And so I met up with him again yesterday. And from this, we formed a friendship.
He broke his
leg.
And he called you.
All in, yes.
Wow, that's some serious dedication.
That
Oh
is-
my gosh.
No, serious dedication, but it just goes to show like the platform and the reach of this community, and people just want to be a part of this and are so
Wow,
giving and
right.
so generous. And so it's my honor. You can get this look at Best Solis Boutique online. I want to give you a shout out because we are so grateful.
Say it
for
one more
you.
time, just the name of it again.
Yeah, Best Solis. It's online.
Okay.
You can go to @Best Solis.
Wow,
Oh
it was
my
beautiful.
goodness.
Thank you. Isn't it fun?
And
I
just
do love
I
wanna
feel like
just,
such a little festive elf. I'm rocking the hat with the little bells.
And we're going to know the truth for you out there, knowing that speedy healing of your leg, and I'm so
Absolutely.
sorry.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say, walking around LA, I mean, normally it's dangerous to I walk and I notice people are on their phones and distracted. I think it's a miracle I haven't gotten hit by a car just walking at all. And during the holidays, it's even worse. So please be careful out
Yeah,
there
let's
right
be
now.
extra mindful.
Right?
Oof, absolutely.
Oh
Extra
my
mindful
gosh.
right now.
So let's get on to the hotness of the day. So I want to know how you guys are spicing it up for the holidays. And first of all, I just want to say, I don't know if you can see these little things, it's kind of bright behind me, but these are from Disney. They're actually lighting up little Christmas lights on these little, what do you call them, little musketeer ears, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you're their Mickey
Right?
Minnie ears.
So just want to give
So
a shout out to
cute.
Disney, since Disney's like taking over Los Angeles.
Apparently.
As we speak,
Yeah.
we thought it'd be appropriate for it to take over this
Super cool.
show today. So Disney, we wouldn't be so sad for you to get involved with this whole thing over there. You're saying, Mickey,
I love it.
We're just saying, we love a little magic. That's what this is all about here at Good Morning LaLa Land.
So naughtiness, how are you spicing it up?
Eggnog, lots of it.
Rob, you know how I feel about eggnog. You know how I feel.
We got grocery store right here. We can pick some up. I know that's not ideal for you. Yeah. What do you got planned? Anything?
Actually, you know what? I've been so excited just to be able to get back into the community here in LA, spending a couple extra days. I'm going to go to the Korean spa. I'm just really going to take some me time. I'm not going to keep it spicy. I'm just going to keep it low key.
I love
really?
that. I love that. I was thinking about going to Universal Studios actually.
Really?
For Grinchmas. Yeah. Did you know they have Grinchmas?
No.
Yeah. All of my friends that are like in LA or from LA have told me like stay away from Universal Studios like during the regular part of the year.
Wow.
But around the holidays, yeah, they have a pretty cool event.
wow.
It's not usually that
Oh,
packed.
really? Wow.
So I might
We're
check that
so
out.
PC over here.
I
We're
know,
spicy
we're not
about-
that- yeah.
I
I'm
have to
going
say
to the
that
spa.
I'm going out on the town.
Are you?
I'm not a bar person. I don't even, if you know me, I don't drink, or I'll have a drink and I have like literally 2 sips. But my son's in town and I want to show him a good time. We're going to meet up with the cousin, with my brother, and I'm literally going to try and take him out a few times this weekend.
you?
And like really, I'm going to like see if we can't go find some good beats.
Where you
some-
gonna go?
I don't know.
You gonna be
somewhere-
dancing?
I don't know. And then I'll leave them there. I'll take an Uber home, and they can
do their own thing.
Yeah. Get them
Pretty cool.
going.
Yeah. My family doesn't do that much. That'd be interesting. The only time I went out, well, that's not true. One time I went out with my sister and my mom for like a New Year's Eve event like years ago in Miami, and I was shocked. My sister danced for like she loves dancing, for like 4 or 5 hours straight. No alcohol, no anything.
Wow.
So I'm always pretty impressed when people can drink and have a good time.
Wow.
Dance off
Not be
those
loaded.
holiday treats. Rob, what's your
Yeah.
favorite holiday treat?
Wow.
Besides eggnog. Scratch the egg.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like those sugar crystal, like sugar cookies, the ones with the, like, I love sugar
Yeah.
cookies. Yeah,
Wow.
and of course I'm just always a, victim of chocolate chip cookies. I can't get enough chocolate
I
chip
know,
cookies, even though
right?
it's not that
Right?
holiday-like. Yeah, I love.
I've never met a cookie I don't like.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
my
interesting.
favorite holiday treat are actually cookies. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But they have dates filled in them.
dates.
Dates. My
It sounds
aunt-
healthy.
Oh, I'm
Pretty
sure
healthy.
it's not.
Yeah.
My Aunt Cindy has like mastered this like date-filled sugar cookie with little like powdered crystals on top. So nothing tastes more like the holidays to me than a date-filled cookie.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
What about you? You're really healthy. You probably don't.
Oh no, I always have I've been really good. I haven't been on sugar that much lately, but normally I allow myself one piece of sugar. I just can't have it in the house because if it's in the house, all of it. But I
Wait,
don't.
one piece over the holidays, or
No,
one piece
no,
over
no,
the year?
right. No, I usually have something sweet
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
I try and make a healthier choice than something with like hydrogenated fats or something that's really processed. Like try and get somewhat of a
Yeah.
homemade cookie if you're gonna go for a cookie, right?
Love, yeah, for
Right?
sure. Oh yeah, it just tastes better.
Right. So coming to today, current events, hot topics of the holidays, keeping it on sexiness. I mean, there's so many great. I was researching. There's so many places to have great dates and whatever else, and we've talked about that a little bit. But I was thinking about ways to spice it up. Of course, the Grove is always a really popular way of having a romantic night.
Yeah.
Going to the ice skating rinks. There's a few around town. There's one down at the the LA Center. There's a center downtown.
Pershing Square.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good call,
I want to
Jen.
go down there. I haven't been down there.
You haven't been down there? There's one of these great restaurants there. It's called Perch. And you take an elevator and it's actually on the 13th or 14th floor and they have this beautiful rooftop too. And so you can see all the lights and decorations.
Oh, that sounds
in
really
LA.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
really, really neat.
It's a good date spot, huh?
That's a
Great date spot.
Yeah.
And then after you have those drinks, you go next door to Mrs. Fish and go underneath. It's this really cool rad jazz bar.
Wow,
Oh, cool.
Chesley.
See, right?
Yeah,
She knows.
she knows the city well. All right.
Or how about I'm surprised you don't have like sleigh rides, like some kind of thing that takes you through the city that you go, well, they have all those places you can go, like tourist, all the celebrity homes. They need to make it into a sleigh or something
You can
like
have
that.
like a holiday themed.
Right?
Yeah, city of tour, like tour of LA.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be cool actually.
Well, everybody's busy planning New Year's Eve now too. I mean, Christmas is 3 days away, but I'm already looking to New Year's Eve.
You are?
I am.
What are you doing up for New Year's?
I don't know. I'm open to opportunity.
Are you? Accepting all invitations, huh?
So funny.
Yeah.
I fly in at 5 o'clock from going to Karma Coin over in Albuquerque. So I'll be coming back at 5 o'clock on
Wow.
New Year's, and then we shoot an extra special day here on New Year's Day. I think we're doing like a 2-hour thing. Surprise! I don't think Rob even knows that. By the way, Rob,
Okay.
I think we're
Yeah.
doing a 2-hour thing.
Schedule that in. All right.
So I will
awesome.
be going for like to a nice dinner or something casual like that on New Year's, but nothing
Yeah.
too.
Have you had pretty wild New Year's Eve parties in the past?
I
or
always
did-
think New Year's Eve is for like, it's for the novice.
For
like,
amateurs, huh?
it's amateur night.
Yeah.
I think it's always overrated. People have high expectations and whatever.
Yeah, it's true of all
Right?
holidays. True of all holidays. Yeah.
That's why you should always avoid swiping during the holiday season.
You should avoid,
Swiping. Yeah, swiping. You know.
Is that from personal
online
experience?
dating.
right?
Personal experience?
Specifically for holiday events, you might not want to swipe right. You just swipe left.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
So what's naughty or nice? Are you guys being naughty or are you being nice this holiday?
It's interesting that you say that because I once had a conversation with someone and they said, you know, Rob, you're such a nice guy. I'm sure you're just filled with naughtiness.
Definitely, sure. I know there's
Right.
something in there for sure.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
so
she
it's nice of you.
said.
That's what she said,
That's what
exactly.
she said.
Yeah.
It's usually the
staying mum about
quiet
that.
ones, right?
Staying mum
We all
about
know that.
that.
It's
Yeah.
always the quiet ones that are the most
You got
crazy.
something
in
spicy
bed.
planned?
I don't,
No,
because my
no.
son's in town,
Yeah.
so,
You have to sneak
but,
that in.
a random maybe after that. A random, not me like
Random?
that. Random, but yeah.
That sounds spicy. What about you?
I'm a Gemini, so I'm naughty and I'm nice.
Oh, I got you. All right.
I like it.
I know, it makes me want to ring my own little bell.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
You look really good in this hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it fits you.
One time in 4th grade, I went as a Joker. I had a very similar hat. I must have been some kind of like Joker in a past life.
Right?
Not a joker now. No jokes.
I am
Kinda
funny.
joking.
I don't know
You
why
are.
people
You're
don't
really
think
funny.
I'm funny,
Yeah,
Rob.
and we had Phil
You
on,
are
so he's a
funny,
testament that you
right?
are funny. He's a comedian. Phil
Yes,
Ranta.
he is. Shout out Phil Ranta
Yeah.
over
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Studio
So
71.
on that note, let's take a little break because when we come back, I want to talk, first of all, a little bit about Andrea Syrtash, a little bit about the conversation that we're going to have with her around how to cheat on your husband, with your husband, things like that.
love
Like,
that.
you know, spicing it up in that realm and getting down to kind of ways to make it a little more sizzly this holiday
Yeah,
season.
gotta
whether
turn up
that
the
be
volume a little
how
bit.
to flirt, how to maybe make Christmas Eve after the children go to sleep, or you know whatever. How you can make it a little romantic, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back with some hot topics on Friday feeling. Stay tuned.
All right, stand by to come right back.
Okay, I need to go while we really run out of
That was
content.
good though.
I'll talk about.
So this segment is.
You want to bring it back?
Sure. what are we
And I
talking
want you
about?
to talk about Andrea a little bit about, let's see, maybe just kind of teeing up on about some of her books maybe or something.
Okay, cool.
And then we can talk about, what else? Talk about,
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, I can do that. I'll
Well, we can
just
kind of
say. Go ahead. Yeah, what do you
Oh,
think?
no, go
No,
ahead,
what do you
sorry.
think? No, please.
No, I was just going to say, we follow up with the cheating on your husband, and we could say, like, have you ever cheated on your significant other with your significant other?
Oh,
and
yeah.
kind of play, like, the whole role game playing
Oh, yeah,
thing.
that's cool.
Maybe talk
Yeah.
about that and, like, making it spicy. Then, like you were saying, Erin, after the kids go to bed or whatever, I can do a little joke about give Rob a plate of cookies. You know, like, something like that.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Okay.
okay, good. So here's all that if you need that right there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah, Erin, I wasn't sure what I saw swiping during the holidays, and so I was trying to, like.
It's great.
Okay,
Do it.
cute.
Let's do it. I mean, I don't know. We have a lot of content here, so we're just being goofy. Oh. Oh, it's not on. Oh, yeah, it's on.
Oh, also, Andy mentioned doing a holiday dinner with us, maybe on the 26th or 27th.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is there a date either of those work for both of you?
Either of those are good for me.
Yeah. me
Okay,
too.
great. We were thinking either maybe like Barton G, because we could get some cool like Instagram fun, like over the top photos. Andy's got a really great relationship with that restaurant and actually has done footage, so we could tie
that's
that
a
into
good
the
idea.
show.
Spell Bargy.
Capitalize on that. I've never been. I
Oh,
mean,
it's good. Really
Okay,
nice.
I heard
Are we
the food's
okay
not
to
great,
shoot,
but the
Andy?
experience is fun. So
Okay, Rob, bring us back.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. Lots of interesting topics today, and we have a very special guest, of course, on the show, relationship expert and author, Andrea Syrtash.
Hey, Andrea.
What's going on back there? She's got she's got 5 books, right? She's got multiple books.
She's a worker.
Yeah,
she works
she
it for sure.
is a serious worker, and my favorite title, I think, because I love them all, is How to Cheat on Your Husband with Your Husband.
I love that. And then
Yeah.
also he's just not your type, and that's a good thing. And then co-author of It's Okay to Sleep with Him on the First Date. Ooh, I like that. That's an interesting topic.
She's really debunking a lot of the dating myths out there.
And there's so many, right?
So
There's
many.
Yeah.
So speaking of, I mean, do you guys think that, let's just pretend someone's out there and they're dating, they're not in a relationship. What do you think about swiping during the holidays? Like, would you keep swiping? Or
yeah.
is it kind of a thing that you wait till after the holidays?
Jess has first-hand experience, don't you?
Rob, you're putting me on the spot here.
We'd be friends.
So, do you mean that, just to be clear, that you should stick with whoever you're seeing and not see anyone else during the holidays?
No, let's pretend someone's not seeing anybody.
Oh,
Is
not
it-
seeing anybody.
I mean, I guess people are still swiping during like Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Do
oh my
you-
gosh, people
do you
are
swipe
so lonely
during
during the
Christmas
holidays.
Day?
People are very lonely during the holidays.
Absolutely. In my opinion, just put the phone down. Don't swipe left.
Don't
Don't
do
swipe
it.
right.
Just
You're
don't do
not doing it out of a good
Seems like a
place.
little needy.
Just-
Like if
yeah.
someone was swiping on Christmas Day, I don't know.
It could be, or maybe they're just a little
They're
drunk.
just lonely.
Yeah, or
too
just
much
lonely.
eggnog, who
yeah,
knows?
yeah. I wonder. You know, it's interesting. I wonder what you would find on. I'd be interested to see the statistics
It would
because
be
because people are very, very lonely on the holidays. We know that for sure. And you would guess folks would be swiping, but they'd be
Right.
doing it discreetly probably. Right?
And it's a long day, Christmas Day. Like there's stores are closed. You have
Right.
so much extra time in that day.
You know what would be fun though? Just switch phones with your cousin and swipe for them. Have you ever like switched people's
That's a
dating
great idea.
profiles
Oh
and
my
just to see
gosh.
like what's coming up
Yeah.
on theirs? I could sit there all day
Oh
on
my
my girlfriend's
gosh.
phones because different things pop up for different people. It could be a really interesting experience, and then you can matchmake for each other and be like, oh, my cousin swiped on you. I want
my
to
gosh,
pick
that's
that and see
hilarious.
what happens.
You could also change the status so it was like open relationship.
Oh.
And then you attract a whole different. Well, if you're going
We
there.
got a whole naughty way of doing this.
You know,
Like, oh yeah,
if
you
you're
can
gonna dive in.
You can do friend. You could do.
This is terrible.
What do you do? Oh, woman seeking man, man seeking woman.
Make it really interesting.
Or
You're
I
just
don't know
opening
what
up all the
It's
opportunities.
a Pandora's box of problems is what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then
Sounds
I
like fun to
mean,
me.
Since we're not on we can say anything even though it's morning, but can't you go on as a couple to look for other couples?
Yes, you can on certain apps. You're right. So you could have fun. You're probably going to create more problems. I'm thinking this is a really bad idea.
And that brings us to Andrea's book, though, about cheating on your husband with your husband. So a lot of people could kind of create this new atmosphere on cheating on your significant other with your significant other. I've never done that. Have you?
No, I don't even know exactly what that means or how to do it. That's why we have her here. I want to hear how you do that.
How about what you could get a Christmas present for your partner or whoever, and you could be it could leave just a key to a hotel room or something like that.
Oh, look at you.
Ooh.
That could be fun.
You're going to be in there with only those ears on, Erin.
That's awesome.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, lighting the way. I'll just jingle the whole way down the hall. Find me here.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Or after the kids go to sleep, there's so many cool things you could, the Christmas lights are going, candles are going.
It's very romantic, actually.
The kids have to go to sleep early because presents, or else you're not going to get anything, right?
If you're leaving out a plate of cookies for Santa, you could just leave them out for Rob.
That's right. I'll take care of all of them. It's not a problem. Just seriously shovel
He's
those
going to
down.
show up in just this green velvet jacket, nothing underneath.
You don't know
Oh,
how
man,
many
I don't know
women
how
in Los
terrible that would
Angeles
be.
are now dreaming of that for Christmas. That this Santa's going to come to right down their chimney.
How much do I appreciate you guys so much? It's incredible. I haven't done any of that though. It's interesting, and I want to hear Andrea's perspective on that because I do think a lot of people, this day and age, really with millennials moving away more and more, as we talked about before, from wanting to be married,
Right.
Right, and so sometimes I think folks find themselves even in marriage, and they find that the passion's starting to, cool
Right.
down a little bit, and they're not sure what to do about it.
Right, we do have some stats on that. It's predictions and projections that a portion of millennials will remain unmarried through the age of 40, which is really new. So I think that people are dating more and more, and long-term relationships are kind of going away. So this is a whole topic on Friday. There's so many topics I want to cover.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we talk about the do's and don'ts of dating. We're talking now about how to spice things up, how to cheat, with your, partner to spice things up, keep it romantic. And then also I want to touch on even topics like money in relationships or even porn. These are heavy topics, but I think that these are real things that no one is really talking
Absolutely.
Erin, it's so funny to take you seriously with those ears on. I just gotta say it. It's funny
That's
though
so
because
true.
so much of the tradition is really out the window, especially with millennials.
Yeah.
They're not going under the mistletoe and wishing for marriage anymore. They're just having an expiration date.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
I've never kissed anybody under the mistletoe, by the way.
What?
Really?
Have you?
Yeah, sure.
You've never kissed anybody
Never?
at mistletoe?
No.
Huh.
Well, maybe
Gotta do that.
the next few days.
No
if
time
you're-
like the present.
Maybe, I think.
What was your best kiss under the mistletoe? Did you really have that moment?
Oh, I don't think. I think it's always usually around people at a party, and
Yeah.
you're kind of But don't you remember being a little kid and being awkward? You're there's another kid and people are like, oh, you're supposed to kiss under the mistletoe tree, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to be there. Right?
It does bring up a good point because there are, I think, and those expectations start at such a young age of what you're supposed to be doing around the holidays or doing in relationships or doing in relationships around the holidays.
Right.
It can become a little bit problematic. But I definitely remember being 13, 14-year-old boy thinking maybe I should have a girlfriend. It's the New Year's and it's Christmas time.
Right.
And of course, I was the most socially awkward kid ever.
I have such a
Ever.
hard time
I can't
believing that,
even-
Rob.
I was
You're
voted.
so cool.
Can I just take a moment and appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. But so you know how you have senior superlatives?
Yeah.
Right? So my high school class, I was voted most shy.
Wow.
It was embarrassing. And then my mom, God bless her, encouraged me to go to the senior banquet. Okay, I went to the senior banquet and I was just trying to just blend in and get it over and done with. And they played that song, you probably don't remember, but when Bad Boys came out, I'm really dating myself. But Bad Boys came out, okay, it was like, I think it was Bad Boys 2 or whatever. It came out, there was a song that was called like Shy Guy or something like that. And they played it.
No.
Yes, and then all the girls that I was actually attracted to, that I would have never spoken to, started dancing around me. Oh, it was the most thrilling and disturbing moment of my life. I was so anxious.
Wow.
I was just trying not to move too much.
This is really big for you to be, in front of the camera and always coming up with new content and talking.
Yeah, well, I made it. I'd be interested to hear how you guys feel about it. But I made a very active decision at some point after that I wanted to be and learn how to, or I wanted to learn how to be a lot more social.
Interesting.
I wanted to learn how to talk to women. I wanted to learn how to connect with guys. I wanted to learn how to just be comfortable in my own skin.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to social around the holidays?
No, it's really easy for me because I've let go of the pressure that I used to put on myself.
Fascinating. My son was very similar. My son did not talk at all. Like people were concerned about him because we had this almost like mental telepathy, and I could know everything he needed. He didn't have to say it. He would grunt, and I'd know exactly everything. So he did not talk forever. And then it's been so interesting watching him grow into a man. At 22, he now is giving talks and like beginning to become a true leader. And I think it's the people who struggle with that early on, it becomes really one of their callings.
That's so powerful and profound that you say that because I probably wasn't 12 or 13 until I really started talking a lot, and people would come up to my mom and ask her like, is he not able to speak? Because they would say hi, and I would not. Yes, they were like, is he okay?
How did that make you feel?
Oh, terrible. I mean, I felt terrible. I was like, man, I'm not an idiot. I can hear you. That's the other thing. If I can't talk, at least I can definitely hear you. So that you said it right here. I'm standing here as you said it.
Right.
So it was a little, but it drove home for me, and made it very easy for me to make a decision around that. I didn't want to be that way.
And so speaking of relationships, like communication is one of the primary things they find the relationships at work is that their communication styles are the same.
Wow.
And so some people like to talk a lot, some people don't at all, some people are over communicators, some people are not. The style is important and it doesn't have to be perfect, but say someone likes to talk a lot, they need to find somebody who likes to listen a lot, right? Or whatever it is that makes it work or not work. I'm sure that's been I think it's an issue for all of us in all of our relationships, the style of communicator we are.
It's so interesting. You guys, and I want to hear how you feel about it, but you're both excellent communicators. Was that always the case? Have you always been that way? Pretty good with people and talking to people, or?
I've always been a talker.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I would get in trouble for in school. They called me a chatterbox.
Oh,
Did
really?
they?
It made me mad. I got detention. I had to stay in at recess. I just couldn't keep my little mouth shut.
Oh, really?
Really?
Look at you now. Look at you now.
Yeah. Now I get to talk for a living.
Right.
There you go, right? I'm an over communicator. That's what I call myself. Like, if anything is off with anyone, I want to talk about it and resolve it. And that has become an issue because not everybody needs that right away or wants that right away. So I've had to kind of train myself to go, it's okay to give it a little bit of space to where you have, everything resolved always.
That's an interesting point. I've always been a talker. I haven't always been great about communicating. So for a long time, I was the queen of, ooh, that's not what I meant to say. Instead of really owning my words and communicating clearly, my thoughts or my feelings about something, I would talk and I wasn't communicating.
Wow.
Very different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So different.
Which reminds us of, we had been talking about the possibility of doing the segment about sort of he says, she says. But it's true, it doesn't have to just be men and women, it could be just people in general. Sometimes what I say isn't what I mean, or vice versa.
For example.
Right, for example, yes. So for example, a simple example is just, like I often have the tendency to say, yeah, we'll just play it by ear. It doesn't mean I'm not interested, I'm very interested.
Yeah, do you want to know what I hear when you say that?
What do you hear?
You really aren't that interested.
Yeah.
You are too busy.
Yeah.
Maybe you're seeing somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yep. For sure.
He just doesn't have time. He's a
Yeah.
player.
Yep, we hear all
That's
that.
what I hear.
And I totally get that, and that's why I think it's so important, because that, from a guy's perspective, well, at least from this guy's perspective, that's not what I mean at all. In fact, the fact that I said, let's play it by ear, for me means I definitely want to hang out, but I've got some things to move around. I have to reschedule some things, or maybe I don't even know where I want to hang out with you at. So if like say it's a dating scenario, I'm new to LA, so I learned so much from you guys and from the show and through the show. But other than that, I wouldn't really know where to take somebody. So I mean something different when I say that than what you hear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're out of time, you guys. We got to go back to the interview right now. You want to take us out because I'm about to go.
Yeah, no, we're so excited. Coming up, we've got a very special interview with relationship expert Andrea Syrtash. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Good morning, La La Land. We are so excited to talk about love, sex, relationships, and dating, all the above. We have Andrea Syrtash here today. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, I did so much research on you. You are the bomb. You are all over the place, and you've got, I love the titles of your book. Can I just please read out the titles real quick, okay? Because they are great titles. So, He's Just Not Your Type, and that's a good thing. Next book, Cheat on Your Husband with Your Husband. I love that. We're gonna hear about that. And she's a co-author of It's Okay to Sleep with Him on the First Date. Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
Well, the second part of the title is And Every Other Rule Debunked. So it's about debunking dating rules that are outdated.
This is our girl. We finally
We have these conversations all the time.
You do,
So we
yeah.
are happy to have you on the show.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. And it's never boring to talk about love and relationships, right? So there's
Ever.
a lot to talk
So
about.
I want to know, how did you become the expert?
I accidentally became the expert. I was on the radio after one of my books. This was a long time ago. In 2005, I worked on a book called How to Survive Dating. And I was one of many journalists interviewing people across the country. And I was stuck on the radio because the publisher said, "You're more extroverted, let's put you on air." And the announcer on the radio station said, "We're so lucky to be joined by a dating expert." And I thought, that's so cool, there's a dating expert here. Who's that? Yeah, who is that? And then
No pressure.
I waited, and Andrea Syrtash. So I was answering love and dating questions live on air for an hour. This was 2005. At this point, I've interviewed thousands of people and written books, and now I really feel like I'm credible, not clinical. I don't pretend to be a therapist, but I'm a journalist. So
I love that.
real research advice.
I'm a total geek at heart, so I completely relate. That's amazing. So I wanted to dive into in love versus being in love, because you have a scene like where you do multiple things, where you're on purple couches on OWN, and then you have all these things. And one of the great conversations you had was being in love versus,
falling in love and being in love.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
You're right.
So different.
It is different.
So different.
Well,
We want both.
You guys know, everybody knows it's different, but it's actually chemically different in your brain as well. So in the first kind of stage of love, we're high on all these wonderful love cocktails in our brain.
That's
like
my drug of
dopamine.
choice.
Oh, we are all addicted to that. And we're actually wired to be addicted to that high that we get when we first meet someone and click, because nature wants us to get together. But after about, on average, 1 to 3 years, everything subsides. You start noticing a morning breath. And that's why I wrote Cheat on Your Husband with Your Husband, because being in love and falling in love are different. And the good news is being in love is just as exciting and fulfilling, and actually oftentimes more fulfilling, but we have to keep up the play to make it exciting sometimes.
It's so interesting because I have so many friends, and I found myself in previous relationships chasing that high.
Yes.
You know, and so what do you say to those folks that are chasing that high? You know, what is the sort of difference in terms of, you know, finding that fulfilling second stage?
Yes.
of
Absolutely. I mean, we all do it. And I often say, I think it's okay sometimes when you're married to have a crush. It's a controversial article I wrote a few years ago. People said, why is she saying that? But we're human. We're going to crush on people. We're going to chase that high of new love, just to know everybody experiences this attachment phase where it changes. But there are ways to kind of trick your brain into having those feelings again. One of the quickest ways is introducing novelty on a regular basis.
What do you mean by that?
So think about when you travel with your partner. Things are exciting, you have more of a romantic vibe because you're out of your usual routine and you're out of your general, everything you do all the time. It's different. And when you do new things with your partner, your brain actually activates some of those feelings again. So your brain thinks maybe the love is new, not just that you're in a new place. It's the quickest way.
So you're saying travel is good for the juju.
Good for the juju, but even if it's literally not going to your neighborhood restaurant, just getting outside your area on date night, that even helps. Just trying new things together is a great way.
It's so hard because in long-term relationships that I've been in, once you get into that comfort zone, you do comfortable things together, go to the same place, you have your routines, and it's hard to even decide to choose something novel sometimes when you're that stuck in it.
And it's comforting to do the routine. And I'm all about, listen, I live in New York where it's winter now, and I don't feel like getting off the car with my husband. But we make an effort.
Choose to be
and
comfortable.
that's fine sometimes. But when we want to feel that spark again, that excitement, I do challenge us to do something a little bit different and new, and it really helps.
So I have a real question for you, Andrea. So if somebody is in LA and they want to find a mate, they want to find somebody to potentially marry, should they go for somebody that they have that I'm falling in love with, or should they? Because I always think it needs to have a higher purpose, whether it be, making a difference in the world, maybe it's to have children, whatever that higher purpose is for that. Because I truly believe that fantasy, that romanticism, it does go away sometimes. And so what do you think people should look for?
It's so hard because falling in love is such a beautiful thing, and but I often say during the first few months of dating, everyone's lying. They just don't know they are.
Thank you, honestly. Thank you for saying that. I mean, really.
You really have to be aware with your eyes open without planning the rest of your life within the first 5 minutes because someone fits into the picture of what you have in your head. The reason I wrote He's Just Not Your Type, and that's a good thing. And by the way, my husband, big spoiler alert, wasn't my type at all. This was 11 years ago.
Oh, wow.
He was my friend, the last person I thought I'd marry. But I had so much fun with him. And the last line of that book is, date someone you would want to be with if nobody else was looking.
Wow.
Because so often we make decisions in love based on shoulds, what other people would think, what we feel we should do, not really listening to our gut, our heart. So that's really what the book's about, changing patterns and listening to the deeper.
So we should all date our best friends, marry our best friends. Is that what
I
you're
mean,
saying?
not necessarily.
Wrong. I'm going over there.
Not necessarily. But I have a checklist. That's so funny. I have a checklist. I did this article for Oprah.com a few years ago called the Must-Have Can't Stand list. And that's the easiest checklist to do, I think, to kind of boil down to what are your true values and how are you going to find that in a partner. Because once you know really what you're looking for in terms of shared values, then all the other superficial stuff.
But do you think that being best friends is more important, or to have the same values?
You need, okay, so one of the exercises I have is called the 4 essential ingredients that your partner, and I will tell you what that is.
Right now. She's got some good juice.
4 essentials.
The 4 essentials. So is the person you're with a good lover, partner, companion, and friend? And you have to check off all 4
Wow,
boxes.
that's a good one.
So it's not enough if someone's a good friend if you don't have a sexual spark.
Yeah,
Let
right?
me ask you this though. Do they have to maintain the 4 essentials at all times? Because I feel like in relationships there's a sense and a flow, and sometimes
Do we have a
it's 3
personal
out of
experience
4.
here?
Sometimes it's 3 out of 4, and then it's like it shifts. Maybe it's the friendship isn't as weighted as it is the lover or the partner.
Yeah, I mean, there are going to be times where your partner can't show up as your companion for every event, or isn't, you're not having a sexy month. That's fine, but over time, you should feel that the person you're with checks those boxes, because I've heard so many people say, I can't leave this person. I'm in a terrible relationship, but I love him, and I'll ask a simple question: do you like him? Do you like yourself with him?
Ooh, there's some real questions.
Oh my
And
God.
these are the important questions.
And I love this. I love this concept. I love this idea. do you think that it's also necessary or even preferred that your partner does the same thing? Should they also fill out the checklist? Because what if, you meet all of their criteria, but they don't meet yours, or vice versa? How does that work?
Well, you
Great
need
question.
to also show up as a good lover, partner, companion, and friend.
Yeah.
But one thing, a big misconception is that you and your partner need to be carbon copies, and that's a really boring relationship. So,
Like
it's
your husband
the-
wasn't your type.
No, and the happiest couples, now I've interviewed so many. I mean, on the Oprah Winfrey show, I hosted a show for OWN
Wow.
a few years
Nice.
ago. I interviewed hundreds of people and asked them kind of the secret sauce for marriage. And people said, for the most part, we have an active life together and a dynamic life apart.
Interesting.
So there was that
Fascinating.
balance. It wasn't just everything together all the time.
So we talked about, we had a conversation the other day, and Jessalyn was saying, we're talking about first dates and having the conversation and how deep you should get in the questions like that. So I'm wondering, and Jessalyn was like, I don't think we should go that deep on the first date. So I'm asking, like, if you're talking about making sure you have values in, like, how would that look? Like, when do you start bringing those up, in your opinion? When would
Yes.
you start bringing up those topics to make sure, like, I'm not wasting their time, I'm not wasting my time?
Well, the biggest advice I have is to listen to the gut, because a lot of times when people, even in early dates, there are subtle cues, as we always hear how he or she treats a waitress, or
Right.
So there are subtle cues even early on without having to ask squarely in someone's face, do you want kids in the next 4 years? Because on a first date's a first meeting, you want to keep it kind of light.
Yeah, he's like,
and I don't want to
check.
make any harsh judgments.
No.
There is something to be said about intuition, but it's like I don't want to judge too harshly or make assumptions.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard
That's
to
right.
differentiate between what my intuition is saying about a person and what I'm assuming about
It's
them.
such a great question. So yeah, how do you do that? How do you get out of your own way and hear your intuition more deeply?
I think you should be what I call your vacation self on a date. So think about what you're like on vacation. You're
love
generally
vacation
you can
self.
I'm so
gonna always be vacation self. Every day is vacation self.
Whenever I say this to a single person, they get it right away. And I even say it to couples: be your vacation self on date night, because on vacation you're present. You're not overanalyzing. You're not in here. There's an old joke that people are looking on the menu on a first date. Can I really marry this person? Like you're thinking
forecasting.
chicken or fish, but you're like a million steps ahead. On vacation, you're in the moment.
You're like, shot! Wait, I don't know.
Well, depends which vacation you're on.
I really don't drink that much, but my old self.
Spring break. No, but basically you want to just get on vacation. You're not over analyzing, and you take risks, and you're out of your comfort zone, and that's the energy you want to have on an early date.
Love that. You know what I want to hear more about too is how this whole idea of cheating on your husband with your husband.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
It's so interesting to me. Can you talk to me a little bit about
Sure.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, so when I got married, my frustration at this point, I had been working on dating books and in the field interviewing people, and it felt like everything in the bookstore was relationship rescue. And I thought, I don't need rescue. I just want renewal, because after a few years,
Great
brain
one.
changes, right?
That's
So-
what we fear as single people.
Yeah, I mean, so I just cheat on your husband with your husband is light self-help. It's not heavy. I need to rescue you. It's exercises and just a way to be more present in your vacation
Do
self.
you
and your
cheat
partner's.
on your husband with your husband?
I try. I don't always. Sometimes Michael.
wait.
Sometimes my husband's like page 90s. You're not
That's the
really
hard
doing
part about
that.
reading those books,
Yeah,
remembered
exactly.
The
No,
other
I'm not always doing
a viral video that she worked on. Hello. So there's this video, and it's,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it was called help me out. Something
I can
meditation.
tell you, orgasmic
Yes.
meditation.
Orgasmic meditation. Okay. So it's a video on kind of I don't know if it's a movement.
I do not practice it, to be honest, but I'm a journalist and I cover the world of relationships, and this is one thing that in New
Yep.
York that's very
So
popular.
in the video and the practices, and I'm thinking I want to forward this to every man that I know in the world, that basically this is kind of explicit, so if you have children you might want to put them in the other room for a minute, but basically the man touches the woman's clitoris for 15 minutes without the goal of an orgasm per se, but literally just having that experience. And I'm thinking if every man knew this, they would solve all sexual issues around the globe, okay? So tell me about how you got involved with that video.
Well, from minute one of my career, I like to explore. I always say I challenge conventional wisdom.
She wasn't in the video, but
I wasn't. I felt like, no, you know what's funny, Erin? I was originally in the video and I looked like a pervert.
I saw Jocelyn's face and she was like,
Originally, I was in the video watching the Orgasmic Meditation. I looked really, like, it looked bizarre.
No.
So we cut me out. But I was there for it. No, but from minute one of my career, I've always, and I've said about my brand, I challenge conventional wisdom with common sense. So I explore things that are happening all around us. But sometimes, you know, issues people that seem a little taboo. It's okay to sleep with them on the first date and every other rule of dating debunked. Listen, every TV show I've been on, a producer at some point has said, I did that with my husband. And there are all these rules in life and love that actually in real time with real people I've spoken to do not apply. So that's what I'm trying to always
It's
fight
so
against.
interesting though, because there are so many expectations and standards we try and compare our relationships to, and then naturally I always feel like I'm failing.
Well, that's the should. So I have a chapter in one of my books called Stop Shoulding All Over Yourself. And if you replace the word should with the word want, you're going to live and love more authentically. So what do you want? Do you want to be with this person or do you think you should be? That's a powerful question.
It's such a powerful question. It sounds like so much of it is letting go of the expectations that other people have for you in your life, right? Yeah.
And
So is
that's hard.
What about the expectations for yourself though? I don't care about what you're thinking, I care about what
Well,
I'm
okay,
thinking.
here's the litmus test. People will say, I don't want to compromise. I dedicated the book to women who should, and men for that matter, but women who should never settle when they settle down. So it's not about settling to change your list up a bit and focus on values. You're actually going deeper with what's important. And I think, you know, the quickest litmus test is, does this person, am I a good version of myself or not? I mean, it's as simple as that with the person I'm with. And so he or she could have every single quality you think you want, but if you can't check that box that I'm a good person, he's bringing out the best in me, it's not your match, period. With friends too, with anyone
right.
we're with.
I mean, we don't have too much more time, but I was actually just having a conversation with a girlfriend this morning, and she was talking about kind of an upset that her and her boyfriend got into. And I said, well, this is exactly why I don't necessarily believe in what we've been programmed around relationship, because I truly believe that he's never going to make you, he can never be the God that you want him to be, put it that way. And you can never be somebody that he's going to please.
You're
like,
right.
we're women, you're breathing, something's going to bother us, right? And like, you know, so I truly believe that we need to almost like debunk the entire thing and get okay with being totally good with ourselves to even be able to have the potential of having a good relationship.
You're 100% right, because you know, it's always going to start with you. A fulfilling relationship, you need to feel connected to what fulfills you. I mean,
so it's
sounds
challenging
obvious
as
and
a
it's
dating
challenging.
relationship
But I will say
expert.
my Aunt Dorothy, and rest in peace, she recently died, but she was so wise. And when I first met Michael, well, I met him as my friend, but when I was falling in love with him and it was freaking me out because he wasn't my type, I said to her, well, I don't think, like, there's so many imperfections, and she said, perfect is boring. And if you start from perfect, you have nowhere to go.
Wow.
And that was powerful.
That's the mantra. That's
Yeah,
the,
it is.
the hashtag, the tweet of the day.
It's,
for
are
sure.
you a good version of yourself? You can grow together.
You start with perfect, there's nowhere to go from there.
And I imagine that's really fantastic advice, especially here in LA, where so many people are frustrated because they just say they can't find any available or interesting men or women out there in the world.
Yeah, well, here's the good news. I get emails every single day from amazing single people. There are more singles than ever before,
sure.
so it's an exciting time to be
So
single.
exciting.
And now we get married because we want to, not because we need to.
Right.
And that's a major paradigm shift.
So
A lot is happening in the world of love and relationships that is exciting. We have more opportunities to meet people, so it's good.
It's a
We're in
great time.
We're in a good
So
time.
on that note, we kind of got to wrap up, but I just want to give a shout out to Emily Raper, because we met, and I'm
Love
so
Emily.
impressed with everything that you've been up to. Like, you've been all over the place. Good Morning America, you've been on OWN, you've been all over, and Emily, and it's how we met. Emily Raper's amazing. She did my reel for dating stuff also. Give her a huge shout out for her, amazing woman.
Love Emily.
Yay, we love Emily.
Emily.
And I want to know, where can everyone find you across
So they
social
can
media?
find me. I also have a site I just want to quickly shout out for those who are on the infertility journey and managing the relationships during that is also really tough. So that's pregnantish.com, and my personal site is andreasyrtash.com, and I'm sure up here you guys will post my name, and
Yes, of
you can
course.
find. I'm the only one in the world with my name. So
That's huge. I've got like 3,000 in my name. You have no idea. That's just in this state.
I love
Yeah.
the word
pregnant-ish. A little bit pregnant. Yeah.
So awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited to watch your journey, and I think it's an exciting time in the conversation of dating, relationships, and love, right?
Absolutely.
So, thanks you guys, and have a great day. And we'll be right back with Good Morning LaLa Land. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Odiva TV. And right now we're in the Focus TV studios in Hollywood.
Happy Wednesday, Empoweristas. It's Alex Worley.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paffrath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the world.
Hi, this is Alyssa Goodman Show. And I am Alyssa Goodman. You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay, Edwina Chia.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Gillette with Focus TV, and this is the Spotlight Series.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl.
Hey everybody, Terry here, host of the interview series Success Beyond Beauty.
Hi, I'm Fern Olivia, and welcome to Central Intelligence TV.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females.
Morning LaLa Land. Man, we had a fantastic conversation with Andrea just now, right?
All I
Love
know
her.
is that meditation, that orgasmic meditation.
I like that.
I'm going to be saying that to every single man I know, just FYI.
Don't even try to blind copy him. Just send it all.
He's like, yeah, but not blind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off, and you let me know how that goes for you, Erin, and then we'll see what happens.
Love Andrea. Such
Right?
interesting things. Yeah.
Brilliant woman.
Yeah. The books I love. Book titles, of course.
And I love what you were talking about the segment He Said, She Said, and I want to encourage you, those of you who are watching in LA or in London, Ohio, Michigan, wherever you're watching, if you have a question you want to ask Robin, we'll do a little He Said, She Said about it. We'd love to encourage that engagement. You can reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, or leave us a comment on YouTube, and we'll get the advice from the professional.
And we'll ask both of you too. There might be some folks out there that want to know it the other way around, right? Yeah.
You might want to share the segment if you want to get them in the conversation of the orgasmic meditation. I'm not going to get
Stuck on that,
I'm not going to get off on that one. Wait, no,
well, you are going to
intended.
get. I was going to say, you are going to actually. Moving on.
You are leaving me speechless with that one, Erin. I'm so excited. I want to invite our editor here at Focus TV. She's such an integral part of our family at Good Morning LaLa Land. Let's invite her on the set.
She's my birthday buddy.
Birthday buddy, Victoria.
That's right.
That's right. Get in here, girl.
And you're in the festive spirit. Look at you.
Hey, guys.
She's so holiday.
Actually, this hat is for you.
For
because
me.
I actually asked him to put it on and he didn't listen, so I brought it on the show with me.
Oh, man.
The ears. No,
I get my ears.
Your ears got to go
Your ears,
sideways.
yeah.
Hello.
Man, I'm new to this. Easy.
Birthday buddy. First of all, let's follow up. How was your birthday?
It was amazing.
Yeah? What did you do?
How was your birthday?
was
Actually,
amazing.
I went back to New York for a day. Did you go to Miami?
Yeah. I didn't go to Miami. I stayed here.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to go to Miami. I wanted to go to Miami, but I'm going to hold off.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we doing more celebration? I
At
love
Focus TV, we love Spa Girl. Here you are. Here you are. We are going to have a little toast. Please, if you can reach over there for me.
Okay, so everyone, what are we feeling? Are we feeling pear?
Wow, they've
Or
got
is it just
all
pear?
kinds of interesting
All right,
flavors.
yes.
Tell
Pear
them
or
about
cucumber?
Tell them about Spa Girl.
Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, Spa Girl is a gluten-free vodka. There is only 800 calories per the whole bottle, and each glass is only 40 calories.
Wow.
So we could have the whole bottle for 800 calories, or we could have just a glass for 40 calories, which we do. Should we start with the
amazing.
glass and then maybe?
Let's just have the whole bottle for
Okay,
away.
so
How
One
about
Skittle
that?
is like 40 calories. It's like, it's amazing.
Pear or cucumber?
Pear.
Pear.
Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about, this is your first Christmas in LA, Victoria. You recently moved here from New York, East Coast, now you're on the West Coast. How are you going to celebrate?
Okay, so actually the showrunner and the executive producer, Andy, he's my best friend and he's having a huge party. And he invited me, and I see him every day, but I just couldn't help to see him again for the holidays, so that's how I'm gonna be spending my Christmas. What about you? You're coming to Andy's party, right?
Obviously.
Obvi!
If Andy has a party, you know I will be there.
Anything to see our mascot Zoe.
That's what it's really about, isn't it?
That's what it's really
the puppy,
about.
I know.
All right, so let's all toast for the first time, because Spa Girl is all about sharing first moments together.
Together.
Let's do it.
Cheers to all the amazing people on Focus TV
Oh my
Network,
gosh.
all the incredible products and people and everyone making a difference in the world. Cheers to that. So I have to admit, I'm not a big drinker, especially this early morning, but I do love to give gifts to people that love alcohol. I have many friends that love, it's one of the best presents ever, in my opinion, to give a bottle of wine, a vodka, a bottle that someone really loves, whatever that is, because it's an experience thing. They can take it and share it with friends and whatever. So I just wanted to say cheers.
Speaking
to
of
that.
giving, so you two have become really close over the past
Rob's
month.
my new BFF.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
And since we're all about giving and it's a holiday season, it's a perfect time. You mentioned that you've never had a kiss under the mistletoe. So what me and our executive producer did was we made a mistletoe.
Oh my gosh.
And
What is happening right now?
I think that
Oh my gosh. I did
my
not
gosh.
know this, just so you know. Oh.
That's awesome.
That's so
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
oh, wait a minute. Just on the cheek? Nothing more?
Nothing more.
How about a peck? How about just a little
Just a
peck?
peck.
Rob, you love red lipstick. You love
do.
red lipstick. I put on
Really
red
red.
lipstick for you.
You're super
All right.
red
Just
right
a
now.
little.
Just
All right.
super red.
Just a little peck. Come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live. Do it for the people
Do it
viewing.
for the people.
Wow.
Oh.
That was so awesome.
What we do for our job.
We did not
I know, it's
know
so painful
this, just so
too.
you know, this was the surprise
This is
for
the brand,
me
it's
and
real.
everything. But this
This
is
is
one-
real. I'm like sweating right now. I get so nervous, you
This
guys.
is
I'm
what
like so
live. This is the cool thing about truly
Yeah, it's
live
true.
streaming, right?
Yeah,
You had to do it for the viewers. You had to.
Yeah. I'm not
We
speechless.
couldn't
I
let a
got no
beautiful
words.
woman like Jeslyn go another Christmas without getting
true.
a gift under the
Do you know what my mother is going to say about this?
She's like,
you just put us on the spot.
Oh, so sweet.
Thanks for the love, you guys.
Right.
Seriously, thank you for
Yes.
being a part of this holiday season. You have made this Christmas in LA so special.
Oh
But
my
how
gosh,
much better
you-
is it now?
Right.
It's so much better.
So much better, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always up to something. We have to be careful what we say in front of her.
You do.
Right.
We really do.
You know
And
what?
she's
You
the
should have
editor,
put
she
on the
hears it
hat
all.
when I asked you to put on the hat.
Is this what this is about?
Yes.
That was punishment?
Because yeah,
That was that's not
is
punishment.
punishment. That is
not
what happens when you
punishment.
don't listen to me.
That is not punishment.
You know what
Reward.
he said?
Yeah.
I said,
That's
Rob,
reward.
put on the hat, and he was like, well, what do I get out of it?
Yeah. Look at the hat. I came fully, you know.
Yeah, he's
dressed.
kind of did
I'm
the
not
whole
going to.
But I did
I'm
wear
gonna
that.
be really going to be
sassy.
reserved now.
He's sassy. You don't sass me.
I can't believe you made a mistletoe. I thought a part of the
I
plan.
know.
fell
Alright,
behind
so
the
it was
couch. I was like,
actually
what is that?
our showrunner, Andy, he made it. It was
Ah.
it was really all his idea, but you know,
a good idea.
I kind of
I'm
like
a player.
instigating. Yeah, I
I've
like.
noticed that about
I
you.
wanted to play the game.
Victoria's whole thing is everyone has an MO in life. Everyone has like the highest value in this life, and Victoria's is all about comedy. Like she's like, I didn't laugh enough. There wasn't that. Redo that
That's a good
interview.
point.
I need some more.
She's
laugh.
good about that.
Aw.
Yeah, right.
You're good at injecting humor and reminding us to inject humor. I love that about
Aw, thank
Yeah.
you. Well, you guys don't need to. You guys are just naturally funny. That's why I'm friends with them. That's why I'm
you.
friends
The
with
entertainment
Spa
value.
Girl.
That's
We're here
right.
to entertain.
All right, more Spa Girl. Yeah.
So on that note, you guys, we're so excited to celebrate this next day of this next Christmas, 3 days from now, with Focus TV Network family, with all of you guys out there. Please reach out. We'd love to see your pictures from your holidays. We want to know what you want to talk about. We're so excited to take on this next year with you every single day, Monday through Friday, and remembering that this is all about you guys. These are inspirational stories. This is all about showcasing not just the gossip columns, not just the bad news. We're doing a positive twist,
Yeah,
right?
it's all about the love.
I mean, you did that whole like
sure.
elevator pitch for the show. Tell them what you said in that.
Yeah, I was just saying essentially that I'm so deeply grateful, of course, to be a part of this Focus TV family, and I'm just so moved by the spirit of this, entire project. It's just incredible to me, to be sort of the first ever, live streaming daily talk show is incredible. And on top of that, to have it be focused on positivity and consciousness and mindfulness and helping people improve their lives so they can live their best life, and not just about providing drama for drama's sake. It's to me, it means everything. It's a very purpose-driven endeavor, and I'm very deeply grateful that I'm a part of it. So thank you.
Drop the mic. That was his right there.
Yeah,
So-
the mini mic.
So
Drop the
on
mini
that
mic.
note, I don't think we can say anything better than that. So you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the above. We love all of you guys and are so excited to get back here in the studio having coffee every morning with you guys right here. So have a wonderful day, and
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.